guys. Welcome back to another week of Mortgage Matters in Minutes. This is your host, Brent Rasmussen. As you can see, it's a sunny, shining morning here. The sun coming through the east and coming through our windows and hit me a little bit. But that's what's a reminder that as the sun lowers, fall and winter arrive. And considering buying a house in the fall and winter sometimes is the big question people have because of spring markets and summer markets being so busy because it's around school. Sometimes people are in their normal activities of fall, winter, spring, and their main question is, should I buy a house now or should I wait until something to come? And we're going to talk about that a little bit today, kind of give you an update of the Omaha market here, of what we are seeing here in September of 2025, because many institutions and individuals have been waiting for the Fed to meet and continue to drop interest rates. The mortgage backed security market always thinks ahead. It's always going to assume or think what's going to happen in the future. And they beat the Fed to the rate change. So many people called us the day Powell spoke and said, hey, your interest rates have been cut by 0.25. My mortgage rate should be cheaper. And that's not always the case. We've seen a pretty flat interest rate market since the Fed met, if not even a little bit of an uptick in the trading, causing rates to be just a little bit worse. But a month or so ago, interest rates have come down to really about a 2-year low here, which has been very good. I think most people haven't really known or paid attention, except for the clients that we've reached out and called and said, hey, now is the time to look at possibly refinancing. So let's give you an update here on first the market factors of what's going on. Home price is still in that lower end range. I can't give you an exact number, but let's say from 400,000, 450,000 less is still very, very active. When we get up to that 450 to 650, 700, that market is a little bit slower. And we're seeing not as many offers, not as many views, situations of those houses sitting on the market longer. But if you're in a different price range than one of those two, even maybe a higher end price range, those also are still moving. Lower end market's moving, high end market is moving for many different reasons that are out there. So the rates obviously will help and continue to stir the market because people have not liked where interest rates have been sitting at the last few years. So that should cause a drive to the market. And also individuals looking for more homes will have their house to put on for sale possibly as well. So we should see the inventory short run come up. In the long run, we should see that kind of come down pretty quickly and getting taken up from people that have been waiting around for a specific house, neighborhood, whatever the scenario brings for that buyer. Price appreciation. What are we seeing for home prices? Generally, they've been still continuing to go up. In certain price ranges, we might see them flatten out a little bit, or just be a little bit more realistic with their price if they want to sell. Markets can change very quickly, and we've seen that happen this year. Once we got to August or so, things really slowed down and changed, and I think there's a lot of reasons to be said for that. You can use any of the i.e. Financial news that's out there, and all of those are going to impact the buying and selling of real estate. So, pros of buying now. Rates are good. They're the best we've seen in some time. And the sooner you get into a home, the sooner you continue to gain that appreciation and that equity in the house. Because many people have said 5, 10 years ago, oh, we're overpaying for homes, or they're going to lose value. They're going to be upside down. We've still not seen that occur. Values of homes continue to rise because I feel, again, there's not enough supply for the demand that's needed. There's not enough houses for the amount of people that want them. And until that somehow balances out for whatever reason, it's going to continue to increase because people are going to pay more for that price. Also, buying now, you might not see as competitive of a market. You might see less people out there interested in houses that you could buy. And less competition gives you a better fair shake at a house and not be so stressed to beat out 2, 3, 4, 5 offers. And potentially, I don't love to always advertise this. It's not really an advertisement. It just could be some information, is that potentially if we buy something now and next year interest rates come down, you may be able to refinance that loan and save money. We're going to look at that break even, like we've talked about here recently, and making sure those closing costs offset the amount of savings that you are having in order for it to make financial sense. So, we've talked about the pros. Let's talk about waiting. If we choose to wait a little bit longer, next year, next spring, next fall, 2026, you may see rates get better. But what we see is with better interest rates comes more buyers. And with more buyers becomes more offers and again, competition. So now we're having to fight off other offers that we don't know what are on the table in order to win that particular contract on that house. And that might come with more money. So with cheaper interest rates, you might need to bid over asking. You might need to have some extra cash on the side to have money available to win that particular house. So as you can see, the pros and the cons are all out there. Every decision you make, there's pros and the cons. What we like to talk about is buy for life reasons. You don't necessarily need to time the market. No one is going to time the market intentionally perfectly. It's not going to happen. It's going to be luck, just as in people buying stocks and got lucky that it was a timing thing, buying it low, selling it high. Real estate is a long-term investment. And if your family is in need, if you're moving because of a job, if you need to be in a different area for a particular reason, school districts, you want to be on the other side of town because of a commute, a lot of different reasons. It makes more sense to make sure you have a stable job, stable income, and long-term plans, a financial plan of some kind to say, hey, we have the ability, we have the money, we have the income to be able to do this and the credit, and let's continue to move forward because housing is always going to be a need for you and your family. So I appreciate you checking us out each and every week. We're here for Mortgage Matters in Minutes. You can always phone call us at 402-991-5153. Check us out on our website at mtg-specialist.com, and we'll talk to you very soon. Thank you.
Mortgage Specialists. Driven, trusted, reliable.